Okay. Kirsty, nice to see you. And Petra and Jan.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Happy afternoon. Last time we had an abrupt separation. In the end, there was no transplant, so there'll be another time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, it'll be a different life. Yeah. Let me just see what's going on here. Oh, Rosanna, just a minute. Okay, Tanya.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
I just got in.
Of course.
No, I just got in from the airport. So,
You always just get in.
yeah, I do. I know.
You
I
always
know.
just get in. That's okay. This is lovely, Tanya. No worries. Stay in. Don't go out. Yeah.
No, no, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So, let's first start and and take a minute to check in to see how we're doing and what do we need to, yeah, what do we feel we need to maybe pay attention to, whatever you want to share. Okay, let's start with that and then we continue. Okay. Yeah, if you feel that your practice is going great, or if you feel there is some challenges, uh, how it interacts with your daily life. Yeah, so let's take a minute and share. ¿Estás cansada, Rosana? Sí. Vale. Joanna, nice to see you, my dear. Beautiful to see you. Okay. So again, if anyone would like to share how things going, that's the place. Jan, you want to share?
Yeah, sure.
I see your mic is open.
Yeah.
You had it on.
Oh,
That's dangerous in this class.
yeah, you never know. But I think it's okay, but sometimes I feel a little bit not off track, but disconnected because I have a few weeks very strong experiences, and suddenly it's a day has gone, and I'm not sure if I've been. But at the same time, I can feel a lot, and amazing thing happened yesterday because I had a knee problem.
Mhm.
And they wanted to surge, what do you say, surge?
Surgery, yeah.
Yeah, for like 2 or 3 years ago, and I didn't want to, so I've been healing, tried to heal myself, and they made this X-ray, no,
Yeah.
and it's gone. They can't see that it has been an injury.
Wow.
And I'm sure it's self-healing or healing or the work is done because so many things happens in the body, but now it's gone. And that's quite amazing.
Do you reverse your reversing aging, no?
Yeah, and old shoulder, knee, nothing works anymore, but suddenly it's just so I'm very happy for that. And I
Beautiful.
can't explain. I work with it, but I can't explain really. So a lot of things happening, but at the same time, a little bit not focused on it all day, or maybe it's more integrated. I don't know. It's
That's the best, when we don't need to think about this so much. You just feel comfortable and peaceful.
Mm.
We're all on this path. So this will be our state, you know. And I don't think this state is because we're human being, you know. So, you know, like we have a body, you know, we are not the angel body, we're not the, I don't know, cosmic body. We have a human being body.
Yeah.
So we eat, you know, we go to the toilet, we sleep, we feel, you know, if somebody warm touched our skin, we, oh, ouch, you know. If something difficult touch our heart, we are human beings. Yes, so always we are prone to injury in a way, or all the time to adjust. Like the cells in the body are constantly being, you know, dying and born, and like this, the body is never the same. So it's more about being able to flow more than being perfect. You know, it's that sense that the body can regenerate, and the emotion can regenerate, and the mind can regenerate. You know, and that's it. You know? And it's more how attached we are to what's happening in our life, and how much we're going like this and grabbing it, then that it will not happen. It does happen. Like injury is normal, but it can heal. Or I don't completely pay attention, such a deep attention to it, and being completely pulled into suffering because something is not perfect. Like this, it's more the art of living than to be perfect, constantly perfect, constant perfection. I don't know if angels, maybe they have suffering sometime. I don't know. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. Any other miracles?
I've been working a lot, and I've been very angry lately.
Angry?
Yeah, lately.
Really?
Um, and partly because I think I'm a little bit jealous of Jane because I don't feel this. I want to, you know, to have something extraordinary in my life happening. And the only thing I can manage to be connected with the world is to ask for a parking lot. And when I arrive to a place, and it happens, it is there where I wanted to, where I focus there will be a parking. There is the parking. But it is the most marvelous thing. It happens in my life.
That's
So
good. Doesn't happen to me, so that's even better.
no, but the thing is, why not in, you know, in the daily life, I try to focus on several times in the day. Not always I'm able to do it, or I manage to do it. But I'm still angry at my work, for instance, or I react. I still reacting a lot. So that's yeah. It makes me realize that I don't know. It has to be in the retirement state when you can focus on this, and you know, let the kids out of your life. Let the, you know, be a monk. After a while, let your couple or your partner flew away.
It's illusion. I don't think
Yeah,
it works like this. Like this, the mind tells us that after this it'll be okay. After that it'll be okay. After that
yeah.
it'll be okay. I don't think it works like this.
No.
I think we have to
Next life. Next life.
tampoco. I think we need to train, you know, to train our system to be aware and to let go. And also we need to listen to our system, you know. I've been this weekend. I've been in a workshop about biodanza and mental health, and you know, and we don't meditate there. You know, you don't do any of the work that we did here, but the effect was unbelievable. You know, and the reason is because you touch, you hug, you dance in a circle. Um, and the emphasis that I got from this is that we all need to belong. Yeah, we need to belong because we are belonging. Yeah, we are part of a machine in a way, or part of creation. You can call it machine or whatever, but we are part of something that is existence itself, and we constantly separating ourselves and separating others from it. And we feel good when we create unity. When we fall into unity, we don't create it. When we fall into it, that's when we feel good. When we separate, we feel bad. And the unity has different layer to it. You know, there's unity between me and my body, me and my mind, me totally, meaning the mind and the mind and the spirit. There's unity between me and others, and me and the family, and me and like expanding the circle, and unity, me and creation. It's all the same, but we can in a way separate it and see where we are. When do we create separation and when we create harmony? Or when we allow harmony, we have to see that. And I think because the emphasis was exactly on that, on harmony, on the, you know, in a circle, everybody is the same. It's not big, it doesn't matter anything. Everybody is the same in the circle. We're holding hands and we're sharing and we become one being. So that feels good because it's true. We are one. So any expression of unity will make us feel comfortable. That's why meditation is powerful. Yeah, because in meditation we are moving into unity and we dropping all these boundaries, and then we feel in a good vibration. But if you hug a tree, it works, you know, or whatever. If you hug somebody that you love, it works. So any way that you express in unity is extremely healing. And it's healing because you start to vibrate with the truth in harmony, and that feels good. So, you know, we're focusing here on meditation tools and awareness and spirituality, and this is one aspect of unity, but it's not the only aspect. Sometimes it's good to see maybe we can add other aspect of unity into our life. You know, I don't know, hugging a tree, swimming in the ocean, or giving hands to somebody, looking at their eyes. You know, there's many ways to unite, many ways, and all of them will make us feel amazing. All of them. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. So sometime maybe we need more than just what we are focusing here to make it bigger or to expand it to other parts of, yeah, because yeah, you know, they did this experiment when they separate, you know, a monkey, a mother from her children or cubs, you know, and then so the cubs were separated, and then some of them they gave food, some of them they brought to the mother, but didn't give them food, and the one with the mother, they survived. Yeah, not the one with the food, or they felt better. So that's the unity. Okay, let's hear more, and then we work more. Kirsty, your mic is open.
Oh,
Oh, you need to talk. No, you don't need to. Kidding. But if you want, you're welcome.
I'll as it's open. I've just tried to work since our last class with this, trying to stay in the flow, stopping writing lists, letting things happen as they should, not trying to have so much control. And it's amazing. And every time I feel myself falling back into the patterns, and I can see that stress creeps in. And then once I get back in the flow again, it's just amazing, the power and the magic. So that's what I've been practicing. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Tanya, for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to say what Christy just said about staying in the flow. So because it's so I'm busy, and I was on holiday, and Loana, she wanted to practice, and we practiced, but I actually had to go to this event, and I just opted to come late for the event, just to go in the flow
Mm-hmm.
together with Loana, because the effect that it has. And we were talking about earlier, John was saying, yeah, he does like physically, he sees that he, so I have this same thing when I get in the flow. I just, afterwards, I'm just, I'm just so much more light and bright. And that night, so after I finished with Loana and I went to the event, I was like, God is energy. So this is yeah, it's just miraculous. When
Beautiful.
Loana asked me, like, I don't hesitate. If anyone would ask me, doesn't anyone can ask me, like, I would stop everything just to get in the flow
Yoo-hoo.
because it's so powerful. Yeah, so powerful.
Thank you, my dear. Beautiful. So, thank you for sharing, everybody. And yeah, to be in the flow, I think, Jan, you also talked about it last time, is how can we be in the flow on the go? Yeah, we talked about it. And this is a beautiful practice or art. Yeah, because we are not used to it, because at least myself, I have a schedule, I have things to do. So how do we being in the flow while we have things to do and schedule? Yeah. So one thing is not to schedule, but another thing is to schedule but still to be in a flow. So how do you flow in a schedule? So all these things is again, it's us learning how to flow, how not to resist life, like Christy said, with list and no, just to flow. So please don't get frustrated because it's not so easy. Huh? people, or at least I'm sure we are here many, many, many lifetimes, and now we are doing this work. So be nice to yourself, to ourselves. Let's just keep on working. Yeah. Okay. Petra or Joanna, would you like to share? If not, that's okay. If yes, go for it. Petra.
Yeah, yeah. All everything. I have the feeling it goes. I can. How do you say? Connect once in a while, or be more aware of like your the thoughts looping or your mind. Like I can like on the day itself, or like with things that I'm more aware of it, but I don't know yet. It's working, but it just takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but there's more yeah, awareness.
Beautiful. Yeah, to be at it, constantly. I mean, constantly is the intention. If we are there or not there, it's okay. We do our best, but the intention is there. That I'm here to do this transformation, and that's it. Okay. Johanna, do you want to share anything?
For me, it's harder to stay in the flow when I am with, like I was with Tanya. It was okay, but all by myself, I'm in a very negative situation. So for me, it's hard, and I don't sleep at night. I sleep very little.
Okay. You are here with us. Yeah. And we support you. Yeah. And the fact that you are here with us, it shows that your power. Yeah. So thank you for joining. The immense power that each one brings is unbelievable. Okay. Because we are here as a human being, as if we are this form only, but we are infinite being, really. So the presence of each one of us is infinity itself, manifestation in a human form. So never underestimate your beauty, your power, your immensity, because you're amazing. Yeah. So it's very important to remember it. I see it all the time, in anything that I work with other people, how important and majestic is the presence of a human being. So powerful. Okay, so let's take some time and talk a little bit about uh, um, rejection or exclusion, maybe we can say, inside us. Yeah? So we can say inclusion or exclusion, meaning I'm including others, I'm including myself, I'm incorporating and including all aspects of myself, or I'm rejecting. Yeah. So as I said earlier, the blueprint of existence is unity. Existence is unity. Yeah, it's between all there is working together, and we are that. We are part of it completely, and separation is against life. Yeah, is against life, but we do it. So as much as we're bringing more awareness to separation, we can be more in the flow because we see, oh, this is actually not very helpful. I should let go. So let's take a minute, and whoever wants to share ways that you see that you are creating separation between you and others, you and yourself, you and life in any way. Okay? I can start. Okay? So when I grew up in Israel, I grew up in a community, in a kibbutz. When I was a teenager, we used to have a disco. Yeah, so in the evening we go to the disco in the weekend. But it was a small community, and everybody, just not many children, and I always felt separated because I was ashamed, to stand up and to invite a girl and let's dance together. Okay, so I felt a lot of suffering from it, and I felt that I'm separate, yeah, from the community because I separate myself from myself. Yeah, that I'm not good enough and not worthy to have a girlfriend, and then I created in this way suffering for myself because I excluded myself from myself first of all, and as a result, I didn't allow myself to be part of the community in that moment. Okay, I included myself, let's say, in the same community by being very active and doing many things and being very social with everybody. So in the same community, there was activities that I excluded and felt very difficult and felt suffering, and activity that I was included because I included myself. And I want to say that, like when I look at you guys, for example, I love each one of you, yeah, and I don't judge any one of you, yeah. Now inside me, I can find judgment. I believe that each one of you, of us, can find judgment inside yourself. So how is it possible that I look at you and I don't look at you with judgment? Yeah, that I love you, yeah, and I accept you. And how is it possible that from the outside you are accepted, but from the inside we're judging ourselves to think that maybe others are not judging us at all? Yeah, so we're excluding ourselves a lot. So let's share a little bit about this. Whoever wants to share examples, and yeah, how is it possible that our mind that has a capacity to feel comfortable and be part of is actually working all the time, either to be part or to feel that you're separated, or why you're separated, and is very, very much in this kind of tension.
I can start.
Yeah.
I'm a photographer, so I always look at things. So I separate myself already from the subjects or objects, whatever I'm seeing. It's also kind of safe, I think, just to look at things. And then, for example, like next week I'm like we plan to go. So and then I also sing, and then with singing it's more that you come together. So we're going next week with a group. So a girl has a van. We were going to like England. There's a festival, Bhakti festival. So it's all planned. So I'm joining. And then yesterday I got this message of like, oh, the van is broke, and so we probably need to go with a smaller car. We're with 4 people. And then I'm like, oh, then I cannot bring my camping gear. And then I bring too much stuff. And I better cannot go. You know, I feel I'm too much. Like I feel I bring too much stuff, and because I take too many bags, because I'm insecure of like what the moment there brings, or it's cold, or I want to bring you need to protect yourself. So then I'm already like in doubt the whole day. Like, okay, I'm just gonna cancel this. I'm too much. So you separate. I'm the first one to step out. I'm not important enough to join, you know, in this car. It's like it feels like I better can give space. But then at the end of the day, they call and it's like, no, you're joining, and we'll arrange some other space to sleep. And it's like, you know, and suddenly you're part of it again. It's in the brain. You separate yourself from the group because you don't know the people that well, and you're like, no, don't feel comfortable. And I don't know. So it's in and out. That's just a recent example I just think of now.
Yeah, there are many, many.
Yeah, very, very like clear
We're
one.
expert in separation.
Oh God, really? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sometimes don't want to be a part of it because it's more easy, but then what's there to, I don't know, confrontational, I don't know, other words coming up. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you make peace with that? Because that's your nature. I mean, who knows why, but that's your nature. So you have a part of you that includes and part of you that excludes yourself. How do you?
Yeah, like yesterday, it's just like also like don't plan and just like just go, let go of the idea. Just go with the comes in front of me. I just join it. You kind of have to join it, and trust. It will be. It's the okay. It's already planned. Plan A. Oh, plan A is always the best. So yeah, why always these changes? Yeah. Okay, it's plan A. Then I go.
Okay. So let's say you think that you can change your mind and maybe be different. But if you don't, let's say your mind is still kind of full of fear and insecurity, creating separation, exclusion, then what? Because it doesn't not obvious that we can change the mind, but how can if we don't manage to change the way we think, how can we still be with ourselves, although we are neurotic, you know? Which all of us has a neurotic part. It's normal.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think yeah, we can be with it, you know. We can be with our
Be with it. Yeah. Like the practice.
neurosis, you know. It's just accept it as part of our being, you know, like our physical form, we have psychological form. That this is part of it. Who knows why? Doesn't matter. So
yeah, don't look for the why. You mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like let's say there is a I don't know, from some reason you've been told that or let's say there is some guy that is looks a bit weird, begging for money, let's say, yeah, and maybe even it's a bit scary because it doesn't look, I don't know, very safe to be around this person. Yeah, maybe he's not like this. Yeah, maybe he's okay. Yeah, so um, on one hand we need to protect ourselves. On the other hand, we try not to judge, not ourselves, not others, and to by default to try to develop a including attitude versus the excluding attitude towards towards ourselves.
Yeah, it's more the open curiosity feeling than already the filled in options.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the ego is major here, because the ego all the time try to make sure that things are going according to its plans, because like this it feels secure. But life is not plans. Life changes all the time, and we have to be very agile to flow with it.
But when I have a camera, I can easily look at this from a neutral point of view than when I'm involved, or when I'm, part of it. I don't want to be part of it. I just want to look at it.
So to be behind the camera, it's safe, huh?
Yeah, no more neutral. Like, hey, what's happening here? And then the guy who's begging for money is less scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, my dear. So, anyone else would like to share about your neurosis, neurotic being?
For instance, I always try to join or make a group and connect people, and try to at work. I'm a supervisor, and I try to all the supervisors be together, make a group, and communicate and share all the communication and share all the information, and try to. And every time someone said, "Well, no, that's not worth it," no, that it doesn't. It's like all my ego goes to. And it's like, oh, they don't like me, or they hate me, or all this effort for nothing, or and it's getting me crazy right now. Anyway, it's like lately is I can see how it comes, and always I try to for good, and the response is always like you are trying to talk too much, or trying to be or to dominate the situation. And it's not my point, but it doesn't work. So it's like perhaps let it flow. No, if they don't want to, connect, pues it's
Yeah. In the
face
end
it.
of the day, sorry, go ahead.
No. Let's face.
Yeah.
Let's face the thing that all of us are different. Perhaps my point of view is not as good as, or it doesn't work for the rest. That's it. But yeah.
In the end of the day, everybody wants to be loved, to be listened, and to be held and feel safe. Everybody, because that's what means unity. Unity allows that.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, if there's resistance, it's because maybe people don't feel like this. You don't feel, from some reason, they don't feel safe. They don't feel held. Maybe they don't feel listened. You know, yeah. So we can check what's going on, basically. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share?
I can share shortly. I'm rather task-oriented and assignment, and for me it's been very important to deliver to customers or to people or who trust in me. And just to deliver, sometimes I find myself doing most of the work. And the separation is that I take responsible for the whole delivery, and other people will not be that included. So I separate myself in order to ensure that the delivery is perfect, and many people doesn't feel involved in that process. And I think they lacking many times lacking the effort, not putting in the effort, and there will be a separation. and it's very hard, because after a while you will sit there and managing everything. So it's, for me, it's a situation. For me, it's hard to be responsible for delivery, at the same time be in a group of people, and to hold and to manage that situation and not doing all the work myself.
Yeah.
But I create the separation. I know that.
Yeah, because for you it's more important to appear good than to trust the process with other people.
To appear nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you stay back and you trust the process, it will not be done in the way you want, but maybe it will be done okay. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe it will not be done to the level that you want, but maybe it will be done better. Could be. Not to your standards or not to the way you think, but maybe there'll be a surprise there. Could be. Yeah, could be. Because otherwise it will be always to your prescription, to your standards. Like if I go to a biodanza class for mental health people, and each one come from their own stuff, and you can never know who will come and how they come, and what medication they took, and how they slept or didn't sleep, or you don't know. Yeah. So you prepare the most beautiful class, forget it. It will not, I cannot do it. And then they don't dance the way I want, and they don't hug the way I want, and they don't, why? What is that? Why do it has to be the way I want? So it's more about inclusion, that, I have to let go. I have to let go. And if it's
and openness, because I'm not frustrated when people do the best. But when I find myself in a situation, people don't do the best, and maybe they don't are capable of delivering, but not telling me. And that's a deal breaker for me, when you're not open and tell. I try, but it didn't go, because I don't need to have it done my way. I just want to delivery. That's the result is the importance for me. But when the goings get tough, the separation gets even deeper. When the pressure is on, otherwise it's quite easy. But I know myself in those situations, how I create. I understand now how I created that, and it's not good for anything or anyone.
Good. As long as there's awareness, perfect.
So I stopped having tasks and deliveries.
Good.
I feel much better.
Wonderful.
But at the same time, I need to step back and see that the results are not on the level I'm pleased with. But it will be the result that will be, and sooner or later they wake up or they don't. And as you said, Jair, once, I don't care. To be responsible, at the same time own I don't care. That's the hard part, I think.
Exactly. We do what we can, the best we can, and we let go. Yeah. Okay, great. Anyone else would like to share anything on that? On the exclusion or inclusion? What makes you feel that you are not part? Maybe first of all with yourself, that you are judging yourself, that you are not including yourself with yourself. That's a tough one. It's a strong one. And it's a very common one.
But yeah, this is my type.
Mm-hmm.
As I was an unwanted child, my mother wanted to abort me when she found out she was pregnant in 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, they were mean to me. They wanted to crush me, so I never felt good about myself. So
Yeah.
I feel separated from myself. I don't love myself, and I don't appreciate myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and because you do the work with us and you're very sincere in your work, we can see how tough it is for the mind to break psychological habits, because it's not that you don't want, but as the situation becomes very difficult, there's a real threat for your existence, and then you cannot just sit and meditate easily, because it's powerful stuff that's happening around. Yeah. And so the situation, the actual situation right now, together with your psychological tendencies, they meet together, and it's very difficult to break that. Yeah. Yet in the same time, you know that when you meditate and when you connecting in any way to wholeness, you feel better. Yeah, that tension is releasing, and then you feel more in harmony. Yeah. So thank you for doing the job, whatever you can. Okay. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share? Okay. So let's take a minute to check within ourselves the level of separation within us right now. And I mean, before we do any meditation, let's just try to point out for ourselves, what is the feeling of separation? I mean, what feels not right, that tells us, oh, actually I'm separated right now, not connected. Let's just take a minute and then share. So it's important that we learn from each other, and when we clarify for ourselves those situations, because then we can intervene maybe earlier and say, okay, let's take a minute and harmonize. So check for yourself right now, how are you doing? And do you feel in unity? And if not, in what way? What tells you that? Okay, let's share what's going on. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm standing with 2 feet like on a brick, and then like so the balance is like just parts want to fall off. It's hard to keep it together.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Who else? How are you doing? I can share, say that I don't feel unity. I feel that the energy is too much up. So I feel that there is a lot of energy in the chest, in the head, in the ears. So there's a little bit this feeling that the energy is too high. I need to lower everything down. That's my feeling. Who else? Important everybody share. So
I have the same, right now I have the same as you, a little bit busy up here and not grounded. But I can also say the less active I am, the more integrated I am with myself, I think, and exploring a new side of me when not being active, more present. Things I thought I liked, I don't like, and vice versa. So it's less active, more present, makes me more in myself as well.
well, yeah. Kirsty?
Yeah, I was just going to say, just doing that exercise then, I didn't do it probably how I should have done, but all I could feel was like whirling energy around my torso, and it's just as the battle between myself and my ego, and it just was very, very clear then. And then it probably from the work we've done today made me realize that that's a constant thing, and it's brilliant because I would never have recognized it without doing this work. But now we're doing the work, I can see still what a battle it is. So every situation is trying to temper down my ego to be able to be myself.
Can you clarify more? I want to understand more.
Yes, I'm trying to give an example. I'm trying to think, but that's just all that's been coming up with this lesson today is my battle with my ego. So I'm not as sort of centered as you were asking with the with that little exercise. Then I don't know how to give an example, but it's just now it's so separate. Every situation I'm in, it's like me facing my ego. So which way am I going to react to that situation? How am I going to be? Which Kirsty am I going to be? So that's sort of coming up very clear. So I know that's not the answers to the little exercise you've done, but that's just what's coming very clear to me today.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, let's hear.
I feel also my energy on my head all the time and headache, in fact. But I feel that they don't, no me hacen caso, they don't listen to me, or they don't, yeah.
Who they? Who they?
Everyone. Now, today, I realize I have got issues now. They're stupid because with my colleagues, with my friends, with my partner, or with my kids. And the thing is that they don't understand what I'm saying. And as you said, it made me realize I'm talking about in my head. I'm not talking from my heart with them. I'm not expressing why I feel like that with them, or I don't try to connect with them. I want to be, I want to have the truth, no? Or yo tengo la razón, no?
You want to have
I'm the one in the track and you are not. So that's my ego right now. So I want to meditate and my partner is watching, film with teeth all the time, violence and violence, and I want to be peaceful. So it's my separations with everybody right now.
Okay. No wonder your head is hurting. Okay. Thank you. Tanya, Johanna, could you share how you recognizing how you're doing right now?
I feel like I'm so this morning before I went flying, I was in this beautiful setting. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna connect. And I woke up with sunrise and I went to the beach and sat there, but it was so difficult for me to ground. And then just now, as we're doing this, I saw myself. I felt again the feeling of not being grounded, and I saw myself within the whole within infinity as separate.
Beautiful. Perfect. Thank you. And for you, Johanna?
For me, I feel the energy is up to the throat and to the head, and I have headache.
Okay, beautiful. Wonderful. So looks like we're all sharing the same imbalance. And I must say that it's very clear for me that also our communal energy is not balanced. Yeah. Good. So let's balance. Yeah. Let's harmonize. And the reason why presence is so powerful is because it neutralizes the mind, yeah, or it doesn't give the power to the mind, it gives more the power, let's say, to the heart or to being. Yeah, and once you are in that state, everything falls into place because you're just adjusting with the way everything works. Everything works in harmony around us all the time. We're just kind of pulling out of the synchronization. That's all. Then we don't feel good. It's simple. So let's take a minute and dedicate for presence. And let's first emphasize the presence between us. In a way, there is no big difference between us and within us, because we are one being, really. But let's do this separation for a minute and just acknowledge the presence of each other, that we are sharing a space together, a space of love, a space of unity, when our mind, our hearts, and our intention is connected. And then let's connect inward, and because I think all of us expressed energy that is upwards, let's invite the flow downwards. And let's do this practice that we did in this course as we divided front, middle, and back. And let's just invite first the flow in the front to flow down and cleanse from heaven to earth. Then let's shift backwards and do the back, again from heaven to earth. And then let's do the center, again from heaven and earth, heaven to earth. And then let's widen awareness into the creation and shift identity from being the person to being infinity. And not infinity person, infinity being. Yeah? It's not I am Yair infinite, it's just infinity am I, all there is. There's no person there. It's not personal, basically. And then at the same time, let our heart synchronize again with that infinite space, which we are, which everything is. So also the heart become infinity. And then when we open to this space, it's a great opportunity to heal and to invite parts of us that may be still tight and tense to synchronize. And then let's again divide like we did other times into couple and just support each other's energy to raise vibration just by being together as infinity. Okay, so, and we do it together in the same time. So Jan and Petra and Rosanna and Joanna and Kirsty and Tanya, just be together and be infinity with infinity, with yourself and with each other. It's the same space. You're, you are all there is with all there is. In this case, with another person. And just to practice flexibility that change couples. So Tanya and Rosanna and um, Joanna and Petra and Kirsty and Jan. Just say I'm with the person I said and just again be together. And generally there shouldn't be a big difference. Infinity is infinity. And you're calling the other person for harmony as infinity. And now let's again connect to the space as one group. So we're sharing the same space, we're acknowledging the space of the presence of each other. We're just being together as one being. So the harmony again is as infinity, with each other, calling everything to synchronize as one. now from this place, let's stay like this, but let's invite what we talked earlier as we express about our psychological tendencies. Let's invite what many times blocks us and doesn't allow us to be in this unity. Let's invite that tendency to harmonize or to be embraced, accepted into unity, although it's not perfect. And maybe we can see that the part that is feels separated is actually a part of us that wants exactly that love, to be heard, to be loved, to be safe, to be held, all those things. And invite that part to your heart. Give it a hand, it's different. It maybe feels unbalanced and calling attention all the time, but really it wants love, it wants to be held. So yeah, try to feel that you embracing that part, you're giving it a hand, and you're looking at it and you say, I'm with you, and I see you in your fear, in your pain. And then we can think about somebody else that we exclude because, I don't know, anything that we don't like about them. And maybe we can give them a hand as well because they're also acting from fear of not being loved, not being embraced. And really what they want is to be seen, to be held, to be listened to feel safe in this world. Let's share a little bit. And as we sharing, or we listening to others being shared, try to stay in the space, in the field. How do we stay in the field? Like you stayed with each other, yeah, as being, and that's how we stay in the field. So when somebody speaks, try to feel the vibration of their voice, try to feel the vibration of their being, interact with your vibration. So you're aware of the field, yeah, as they are speaking. Okay, so whoever wants to share your experience with each other or with yourself or with others, anything that you want to share, let's open the space for that. Tanya?
Yes. So when we started and you said identify where you feel you need more energy or healing. It was beautiful. I felt grounded, and I even felt like I felt just becoming one. Then I had to couple with Kirsty, and it became bigger. And then I had to couple with Rosanna, and it became bigger. So then you said, yes, let's connect with everyone in the group, and it was just like this tree of life connection, and yeah, just beautiful, just this ultimate feeling of connection. And yeah,
Beautiful. And when you connected to maybe things within you that you need to embrace, or others, how that was?
it felt
Mm-hmm.
I just let it be. I just mentioned it and then just let it be.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So how it felt like in the beginning, it would feel a bit, yes, like it's separate, the issue. And then I would just
Okay.
let it dissolve with the...
Dissolve with love. Thank you. Okay. Who else would like to share? Yeah, Joanna?
Me, when I was with Rosanna, and I said infinity am I, and I connected to her, I felt like love for her, but then my mind got jammed because I realized that we are both infinity, that means impersonal. And I cannot say infinity am I can say infinity are we.
That's true.
And also with Petra the same, I tried to force myself to see infinity am I. And then I connected to Petra and I felt the same, like hugging her. But then it was again the mindset, but infinity impersonal is she also.
Okay, let's just talk about it 1 minute. So yeah, maybe this image, maybe, so you are infinity, yeah? And let's say you meet the other person here, yeah? It doesn't change your infinity. It just means that you are, as infinity, you're connecting to another being, which is part of infinity. Because the other person and you has a physical form, okay? And it's true that when this human form is completely in infinity, you would not feel the human form. Like when we meditate really deep, suddenly we dissolve. There's no one there. Yeah? So then when I look at your energy in this state, I will not see you. So you're right, there will not be nobody there. Yeah. So that's great. You don't find yourself and you don't find Rosanna, you don't find anyone.
Yeah, I had
That's
to
okay.
make an effort to say infinity am I, so I could look at Rosanna and Petra as human beings.
Yeah. But when for example, I'm with you right now, infinity am I. Yeah. I recognize your presence 100%, but I recognize it as part of me completely, and I'm part of you. I recognize you as a vibrational field like this. Yeah. That's how I feel you. Yeah. Or anyone else that I connect. Now, as much as this vibrational field is more ego bound, then the difference from nothing will be more. Yeah. But when it's completely in harmony, it's not that I don't feel you, but I feel you as me. It's so you can ask, so who are you and who are me? Yeah, because we are a being, you know. In the end, there is no you and no me. But in the minute there is creation, there is you and me, and it's in most highest vibration. that you and me is one, but still it has different colors, a little bit different color. Maybe one is gray and one is a pale gray, something like this. But you can still feel that there is some difference, and then maybe they disappear completely. Yeah, like drop in the sea. You don't see the different drops, but maybe if one drop will be a bit this color, that color, and they touch, maybe there'll be a little bit of, you can see a little bit, something like this. Okay, that's my experience, that I'm feeling the other person, even when they are very, very complete in unity. I have a sense of their presence, but it's like a different tone of what I sense is my presence, just tiny different. And it's very beautiful, extremely beautiful feeling. Because it feels that we are completely converged in love. It's very beautiful. No problem with that. Okay. Who else? Petra?
Yeah. When I was with Jana, it felt I felt like relaxation in the heart and the second chakra, and it was like water. The word water, blue. It was blue feeling. There was a lot of space, and then with Luana, I just first it was I felt some loneliness,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't breathe very well.
Mm-hmm.
It just took more time. Took more time. Just also saw a lot of softness.
Mm-hmm.
And when you said like connect to your own,
Mm-hmm.
was it?
Yeah, your difficulty.
Yeah, I saw this like fluffy animal like trapped in a corner. It's like, but it was not an animal with like eyes or something. It was just like a shape moving
Yeah.
in the corner, trapped. It was trapped in the corner.
Mm.
And yeah, it was
Yeah.
very nice to take it into the heart. But also there was a little fear to take it in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you take it in again, but then it dissolves also.
Yeah, it dissolves.
Yeah, but there's this fear of that you then, like that you
Yeah.
poison yourself with it.
Yeah.
Like it's a big word, but that's not what I
Yeah.
mean. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
dissolves in you again. Like if you have the black ink color and goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we remember that monster or that image or that animal in the corner is the part of us that wants love, want to be
Yeah.
held. Yeah, we should not be afraid of it.
Yeah.
Because when we embrace it, it will relax and it will not be poisonous anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the swamp, the swamp, when it stops flowing, it's become poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the same, when we don't let part of us to be embraced, to be part, we isolated it because we are afraid of it or from whatever reason, then it's become toxic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Who else?
I can continue. When I was with Petra, I felt centered, powerful, and grounded. And with Kirsty, it was more in the heart region. And when we all connected, it was quite a lot of heat, passion, and in the heart region for me, it was quite strong. It stayed so.
Yeah. And when you connected to your aspect that are maybe, fearful or that needs a hand, did you connect to that part?
Allow myself to be more, I'm not sure the question, but allow myself to be more part of life, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Anyone else would like to share your experiences?
For me, at the beginning, I connect with Joanna, and it was like a heaviness, very spaceful, but with a lot of weight. It was rounded, very rounded, but too much, perhaps. And when we tried to connect, to synchronize, I felt very loved by Joanna, or my yeah.
You
It was
felt
loved,
loved?
loved by Joanna.
Yeah.
It was yeah. And when I connected with Tanya, that it was spaceful. It was very open. The weight vanished, and it was very light feeling, like immense. It was like infinite. With altogether the same thing. It was very steady, I would say. And when I just said connect with you, I don't know, I connected with my little girl and with my daughter, and the need to embrace her or to talk to her from another partner.
Thank you, my dear. Okay. Anyone else would like to share? So it is actually quite magical to see how we shifted the energy big time, in a minute actually. After we went deeper and did this and that, but the minute that we all became present, the energy shifted big time. And this is really the name of the game. It's presence. It's presence and trying not to resist the life, and not to resist the part of us, and not to resist others, and to feel that we can give hands, that we can hold hands and allow parts of us to be, with no judgment, and allow others to be, although they are different, ideally with no judgment. And I see my mind, it's a judging machine. It's unbelievable, it's always has to say something about everything, I don't ask it anything, but it just choo. It just built like this. It's okay, my job is to be aware of it, and to not to embrace that. It's no problem, it's tendency. And I guess part of it is natural, or it's a tendency of protection, a way to protect, because when we're in the jungle, if you don't pay attention, the tiger can jump, or the cobra. So we had to be aware very, very well, so we stay safe. So I think part of the mind kind of checking the environment constantly and making sure that everything is okay, that somebody will jump on you, it's okay, Obviously, when it's too much, it's very, very disturbing. But because we're working with awareness, we have to make sure that this doesn't pull us into out of presence. Okay, we recognize it's the mind tendency, but we stay as the observer of the mind doing all those things, and not magnetizing into the mind. Just stay centered. Not easy, huh? Not easy. Yeah, Usana?
But from this, what I can see is that I don't know, 1 hour ago or 30 minutes ago, I was crazy, or I was mad, and it's my responsibility. Really, you didn't do anything at all. We just sit and say, let's connect, or it's our responsibility because we did it in our own. So at the end, it's like, why, if it's so easy, why we don't do it? No, it's
You're right. You're right. It's a responsibility to be centered. In the same time, I don't know. When I swim, I said that my mind started to race with, oh, this guy is faster than me. Go faster. You know, it has something to say. So yeah, so I come back to center, say, relax, it's all okay. And then it sees another, relax, it's okay. You know, it's just looking, you know, just observing. Yes, so it's my responsibility, and I'm doing it. In the same time, I'm observing how the mind is creating action, you know, is putting into action. It's okay. And my responsibility is to bring back to center. And I mean, I can play the game of being faster, but there's no need for that. And that's the point, you know, that observing the mind, taking responsibility for it. But if your mind brings you to conflict with somebody, that's a different story. You know, then you have to pull back and breathe and harmonize, or embrace the other person, or whatever way you choose to come back to harmony and to unity with life. It doesn't have to be only to meditate. If you are in a group, say, oh, there's too much friction within us. Let's just hold hands for a minute and look each other in the eyes. In a minute, everything's sorted. Or take a embracing session. Everybody gives hug to everybody. You see that no problem. In a second, everything resolves. It's possible, Rosanna, in the meeting? Huh?
sorry.
It's possible in the meeting? No.
No,
Why?
no, we are so separated. No, it's not at work now.
Okay.
It would be nice, but it could be sense as, for instance, no, we cannot do it. No, we cannot hold hands, for instance. I cannot touch. I try to touch a lot of people, but you cannot touch the people. In fact,
Okay.
I do it, but somebody can felt.
Yeah, I understand. But if you cannot physically touch, you can emotionally touch. So let's just say something nice about each other. You know, there's many ways to touch. Don't need to touch with the hand. Yeah, I appreciate what you're doing. Any moment that the mind connects with the heart, it's a moment of peace. Yeah.
I have to learn how to talk like this because I'm straightforward.
Okay, good. Okay, dear people, I think we covered many things today. And I think it's all about, they say Spanish formación, yeah? We are forming or reforming, you know, we're building ourselves. It's not about being perfect. It's about, you know, one step and paying attention and keep on working. So it's all good. Okay, let me just look, because I know that next Thursday I'm again I have two weeks of formation of workshop. I had one this weekend, and then in the 1st of May I had another one. So it falls again on Thursday. So we have to be creative. So I'll text. Maybe we skip 1 week and then we can go to the normal schedule. But I'll communicate with you, okay? Because next week I cannot do it on that day. Okay, I'll be dancing. Okay, so thank you very, very much. Much love to everybody. Cookie, 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 cookie. And we keep on going. Bye bye. Adios. Buenas noches, buenas tardes, buena vida.
Buena vida.
Buena vida, pura vida.